Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the A46. It's a tier 6 British premium light tank. It's located on the north spawn of Steppes under the command of Picklefish44. Game on! Well, it's a rather good ending to this replay. I won't spoil it for you, but it is pretty spectacular. Anyway, the A46, it was a design for a light tank that wasn't produced, unfortunately, but it was supposed to be the replacement for the M3 or M5 Stuarts that the British forces had. Well, he spotted an enemy tank, and oh, it's moving quick. That's a T-52, the premium Russian light tank. Yeah, he's deciding whether or not he wants to stay here, but that guy is spotting. And from my current position, we should have been spotted. Doesn't look like we have though. T-52's on the move again. And yes, we did get spotted this time. There's two T-52s out there. And yeah, they are quite difficult to deal with because they're quite fast. One of them just got killed. Our Jackson managed to get the kill on him. And there's the other one. Unfortunately, he ran into a rock, which means he's now stationary. The gun's a 76mm, it's capable of 105 alpha and penetrates 105mm with standard ammo. With the premium rounds that Picklefish has loaded, he can do 138mm. Now, they did actually make a wooden prototype, a mock-up of the tank, and they even tested some of the features that would have gone into it by putting it together on a Tetrack, or at least using part of the equipment on a Tetrack to see if it worked. But no, they didn't go ahead with it. Instead, it became part of the FV300 program, which was a program that came in after the war to develop vehicles based on a solitary type of chassis or a common design. And unfortunately, again, it didn't work out. So we actually had vehicles that were based on individual designs. It was Vickers that were actually testing the vehicle. After the end of the war, it was part of a tactical and technical program. That looks like an AFK on the E8. He's not moving, his barrel's down, so he's just harvesting the hit points here. You can see it's quite slow at doing damage, but reload time. Oh, he's been spotted. You need to move. There's a Hellcat 90mm gun, 230 damage. Get into a position where you can get shots without being damaged. Gun depression's 9 degrees, so you can still get shots over a ridgeline. He's actually just spotted an enemy Arty as well, a short distance away, directly in front of him. Oh, and the kill shot goes instead to the Type 64. Now the issue 8 at this moment has got problems of his own because our T-52 is starting to tear him to pieces and he's gone. So with 3 tanks up on the enemy now, and he's opted to go down the west side, come up behind the enemy. They've got a budgie here. Now if we work with the T-52, we can really screw that budgie up because then he'd be attacked and outflanked. But he's decided to disengage. Unfortunately, we lost the Type 64. He was taken out by the budgie. And the M6, well, not sure where that guy was. The T-52 is still attacking that budgie. But Picklefish decided he wants to go up the west side, the east side now. And unfortunately, we've just lost the T-52. So yeah, I think actually he probably should have gone in and helped that T-52 and then he would have got the kill on the budgie. But because they didn't, the T-52 is now out of the game. The score's now even. You can see that Picklefish decided to take a position up in the heights. Now, is he going to try and snipe at the enemy tank when he comes back? There's the budgie. 1 shot required. Oh! Well, he hit him, but he hit him in the tracks, unfortunately. And he did get spotted. The budgie's coming after him. Don't keep going in a straight line, because the budgie will take a shot. Okay, now, can you get the budgie from here? There's the budgie. Again, he hits him in the tracks. He's not having much luck with that. This is quite a fast little tank. It's 60 kilometers an hour top speed. And of course, being a premium tank means you can earn extra credits and extra XP. The budgie's kind of reluctant to come straight in. So I think he's going to chase after him again. Of course, as you know, you probably got one of these if you took part in the marathon that they held for the A46. Nope, that budgie's not around. I think he's gone to join his teammates. He's turned around and headed back in the other direction. Where are you? Nope, you're not here. Oh, he is there! He was actually hiding just a short distance away. That's rather unusual. In fact, he's still coming on. He's coming after Picklefish. Okay, now he might be able to ambush him if he comes around the corner. He could have shot at him there. Unfortunately, he didn't. Now he's auto-aimed on. He did get a hit, but again, he hits armor where he can't penetrate. Now, wait a second. Now, pull back. Pull back and start shooting at the budgie. You should be able to get him. You're firing APCR. That's it. The auto-aim's on and takes him out with one shot. There you go. So, he's got his first kill of the game. Which way is he going to go? Well, the enemy team seems to have done rather well on the east side of the map. And despite the... Oh, the Hellcat! Well, he doesn't need premium rounds for the Hellcat. Just ordinary AP will do. It's got very thin armor, paper thin armor, you might say. And we don't want to get hit by that 90mm. Oh, we dodged a shot there. And you're going to have to fire a few more rounds to take him out. But he does have very poor turret rotation, the Hellcat. So just keep pumping those rounds in. Oh, missed him. And he dodged another shot. And that's better. He got him. He slowed down, steadied the gun, and got the kill. That was the one tank I was worrying about, because he did fire previously and got a shot that hit the engine deck, and you can see the hole from that 90mm. Okay, there's two enemy tanks up this way. A P43 Biz also potentially has a 90mm, and a KV2 which has a 152mm. Unless, of course, he's using the alternate gun, is it the ZIZ-7, the one with a 107mm gun? Most people never tended to use that gun in the past, but they are using it now because HE has been so bizarrely nerfed that it's very difficult to get damage with the 152 unless you use the premium rounds, the AP rounds, where you can get solid damage. But they're so expensive. Well, that KV2 was headed this way, and he is coming this way. And he just got wiped out. He just got taken out of the game by the OI on our team. Okay, well, there's only two left on our team now because the OI got killed. He got taken out by the is it the T1? Oh, the 131 Tiger 131. Can see that our teammate in this one is an FE304, and you know what Bert does? Bert is an incredibly good tank destroyer if you can handle it correctly. It used to be brilliant in the past because, of course, nobody could handle it better than Bert the Avenger, who featured in so many of Jingle's videos. But we've got a Bert in this game, and well, the last enemy tank is this Tiger 131, and we're following him. I did say that it was a really good end. Oh, no, couldn't get it in. Now the thing about Picklefish's A46 is it doesn't have much in the way of armor. 31.8 degrees is the heaviest armor on the hull, 35 degrees the heaviest on the turret, and he doesn't want to receive a round from that 88mm on Tiger 131 because it will do considerable damage. If I remember correctly, it's something like 240. Tiger 131 is chasing him now, but the bird is actually holding back and shooting at a distance in artillery style, lobbing the shells. They just need to keep him in sight. There you go. Keep Tiger 131 in sight and let Bert do his job. We dodged an 88. We're drawing him on towards our cap. He's chasing Picklefish, but Picklefish needs to keep him interested, and every now and then turn around and take a quick look, give him something to come after. At the moment he's actually going a little too quickly, but he's drawn him onto this position where you can actually shoot from cover, and now he's lost sight of him. And he needs to reacquire the sight so that Bert can do his job. Bert's actually started capping. Now that may not be a good idea because I think Tiger 131 might actually try to come and get a reset. So I think he's going down the gully at the moment. Yes, he's on the way to the enemy cap area. Where are you? I haven't spotted him yet. Oh, we have spotted now. We've been spotted. So the Tiger 131 is just up ahead. There he is. And the FV304 has taken the simple hint and pulled away. Now, he's auto-aimed on, which is not the ideal thing to do, but he's pumping those rounds in. And oh, that one hit the track, so he hit the repair kit as quickly as he could. And he's just taken another round in the track, but this time round it was HE. And now he's circle jerking this guy. Yep. You're not going to be able to turn your turret that quickly. And the Bert is having a bit of fun as well. You can turn it around really quick. Oh, unfortunately he wasn't quick enough. And now we're following Tiger 131. But our teammate in the FV304 is now the feature of the video. So let's have a look at the Bert. Switch us over please, Picklefish. Follow the Bert. Well, that's the 2-minute warning, and Picklefish is not following the Bert, and you should be, so we can see what's going on. Right, that's better. He got it, but it just took him a little while to switch over. Okay, 4.5-inch howitzer, capable of 450 alpha, I believe. Fairly fast reload, about 10 seconds or so, 10 to 12 seconds. And he's got the ability to shotgun. Look at this. Tiger 131, your time is up. He misses his first shot. We're following him round. Just got to get a sharp turn, and this thing can turn on sixpence. It is the fastest Arty in the game. 72 kilometers an hour. He got hit, but look at this. That's what Bert does. What a great game. Now I would say that they won by the skin of their teeth because that Tiger 131 managed to hit the Bert twice and failed to do any damage, and that's why this game ended with a lovely shotgun by the Bert, killing the Tiger 131 and winning it for his team. So Arty does win the game sometimes, and so if they stand and fight and they do their job properly, even as the last man on the team, they can still pull off a win. That game was an ace tanker for Picklefish44 in the A46. he managed to get a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, as well as a spotter for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. He got a win 8 of 9,638 out of that, which is Super Unicum standard. And no other medals, I'm afraid, but ace tank is enough. So let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Well, when it came to damage, actually he got the highest, 2,068 hit points, but he didn't get a high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. The second highest damage in the game was that budgie. Yeah, the one who was causing him so much trouble, 1,961 hit points he managed to get. And the third highest damage was the enemy KV2 with 1,777. When it came to kills, it was actually the OI who got the most with 5 kills. Also, the VK2801 on the enemy team, 4 kills went to that budgie, and only 2 kills went to Picklefish alongside the Burt, the Type 64, and 2 members of the enemy team, the Cromwell and the Tiger 131. When it came to base XP, it was Picklefish, 1,198, the only one to get over 1,000. Second was the OI, 962, and third was the FV304, who managed to get 663, just beating the budgie on the enemy team with 627. We can see that Picklefish fired 38 rounds in the game, got 30 direct hits and 22 penetrations. This tank doesn't fire so well when it's in auto aim. It's much better to stop in a cover position and try and shoot there. And that's what he was trying to do at the end. He was trying to lure that Tiger 131 towards him in a cover position so he could actually shoot him bit by bit and use bush mechanic to get the kills. Unfortunately, the FV304 started capping, and that lured the Tiger back to his own cap. And Picklefish did the right thing. He chased after him to try and stop him from killing the Burt, and managed to give the Burt enough warning so he could actually do something about it. But that was a lovely ending to the game by the Burt actually getting the kill, the shotgun kill. He fired and got 30 direct hits on the enemy and 22 penetrations, 2,068 hit points of damage, of which 188 were at more than 300 meters. So most of the damage he did was at fairly close range. He received 5 hits, and one of those was from that Hellcat, which was quite expensive. 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 2 hits by way of splash damage as well. 2 enemy vehicles were spotted, 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 destroyed, and 1,070 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 60,765 credits from the game, got 30,383 from personal reserve bonus, 91,148 altogether, and after repair and ammunition from Respawn, yeah, this is the problem. He did use an awful lot of APCR in that game to get the pen, and that meant that he actually ended up with a small loss of 3,437 credits. Understandable, but he did have a good game. 1,797 XP times 3 for the first victory. He managed to get 539 for this being a premium vehicle and 1,797 from personal reserves. Took away 7,727 experience points altogether. I suppose the consolation in this one is that he actually took out 2 of the very dangerous tanks on the enemy team. Now, I'm not talking about Tiger 131, although he did do a fair amount of damage to that guy. He actually took 407 of his hit points. And remember, that guy's got an 88mm, whereas Picklefish has only got a 76mm. No, I'm talking about the budgie, because that guy was actually very, very dangerous. As you saw in the figures, he actually got 1,961 hit points in that game. So yes, he was a very dangerous customer. The Hellcat was less dangerous in terms of the fact that he got 977, but what he had was that 90mm gun. And if he continued to fight, he could have done serious damage to our teammates. So getting into a fight with Picklefish was a bit of a mistake for him, especially considering the fact that Picklefish was able to run rings around him and keep moving to get out of the way of that gun. And he's got such a slow turret rotation rate, much like the Tiger 131, that he could actually make the guy work to try and get his gun to bear on Picklefish while he was moving. I'd say that the only mistakes I think that Picklefish made was he didn't go in with a T52 to kill the budgie first off with a sort of like what's it, double hit? Not a double hit, it's not the word I meant, but if they tag teamed him, if he'd done a tag team with the T52, he could have taken out the budgie earlier in the game, and then they could have gone after all the other heavies on the enemy team one by one and take them out before, so it would have ended up with a different game. But as it was, it still ended up very good for Picklefish. Even though he didn't get an award, he didn't get the high caliber, but he was the highest scorer. But it turned out to be a very satisfactory game in the end for the FV304, because he got that lovely shotgun kill on a Tiger 131. He shot him in the ass. So he made a complete fool out of the guy by hitting him in the rear, and that won the game for the team. I hope you enjoyed that game. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.